words can read. Hey guys, it's Katie and welcome to another video, and in today's video I'm actually going to be talking about something different other than books. It's just something that means a lot to me that I did last night, and it just sort of like kind of changed a little bit of myself as in like for the positive, for the better. So this is just going to be a video about giving blood, explaining the process of how they do it and why you should give blood. So one of my friends said that she gave blood for the first time last year, and she showed me the letter that she received after she gave blood of like how many lives she saved, how much of an impact it did, and I was like, oh my god, I want to do that. So for the very first time I signed up for it, and my evening of doing it was last night. It took like about a 40-minute wait before it got to me because there were so many people there. Like about 160 people gave blood that very day. And if you think there's so many events like throughout the UK that do the give blood, when you think of how many people are giving blood to this amazing cause, it's just great. So it's done through the NHS, and this one was done at the school literally just up the road, so it was like a 5 or so minute walk for me. So I asked my nan to come with me. I was like, it's my first time, I don't know what I'm going to be like afterwards, so can you come with me just in case I'm really faint afterwards and you might need to get the car or anything. So she kindly obliged and she came with me, and I was very grateful for that. So we sat in these chairs, and we ended up finding out that we were sat in the wrong chairs, but it didn't matter because they ended up calling your name out anyway. So you get a questionnaire beforehand, you just gotta answer yes or no to it. It's just basically sort of like, have you had drugs, have you had sex with anybody with HIV and that sort of thing. They just want to make sure there's nothing in your blood system. And throughout the whole week I didn't even like have anything like paracetamol or drugs, just because I didn't want anything at all in my bloodstream, so I avoided that. But luckily I didn't need any sort of drugs or whatsoever, which was great. Now, like I say, I waited about 40 minutes before they pulled me into this little tent area, and they basically sort of double checked some questions, and then they double checked that I was definitely myself by proving my name, my date of birth and my address. And then they pricked my finger, and then they squeezed it, and they just took a little bit of it in this tiny little sort of like ejector thing, and then they squeezed it into this blue solution in this sort of like science like thing. I can't remember what they're called now, but it had like blue liquid in. They squeezed it in it, and the blood went straight to the bottom, and she was like, it's gone straight to the bottom, so that's really good. So I have no idea what that means, but obviously it meant like a positive thing. So then afterwards she told me to sit in the seat behind. They encourage you to drink water beforehand. They say to drink at least 500 mils of water. I had like 2 massive glasses because obviously I was that paranoid. I needed to go to the toilet just before they actually brought me over to the actual tables, because I drank water beforehand, because they send texts throughout the day saying please make sure you drink enough fluids throughout the day. So I was drinking a lot of fluids throughout the day. I had a meal about an hour before I was seen to, and they said that that was pretty good. It's just in order to stop you from feeling so faint. And so that was a good thing. So I had a meal, I was drinking throughout the day. I had 2 like cups whilst I was there, so that, you know, because when I'm nervous, like I do tend to sweat, so I'm probably sweating off what I'm drinking anyway. So I made sure I had more than they were asking for. And then I came back from the toilet, and then 2 minutes later they called me over to the little chair thing, and it's sort of like a beach chair in a way, but it's like a plastic thing. It's sort of scooped. So I sort of laid down on it. There's a little armrest. You can have a choice of like which arm you want, but the woman that did mine, she didn't actually ask, she just did it straight in my right arm. But before, when I've done tests for blood like on my left arm, they've had trouble finding the vein. So when she was like, right, we need to find out if we can actually get a vein to take it from, and I was thinking, oh my god, like the amount of trouble that I've had before during like blood tests and things like that. So that kind of was like, oh my god, I don't want it to be a wasted thing because of that. And also I've seen like other people that got taken away from the chairs because they didn't draw enough blood out of their system, that they couldn't like get enough blood out, and they were told it's not going to happen today. And so I was worrying that that was going to happen with me. I was like, oh my goodness gracious, like this is making me feel like, ooh. So they put the little like arm puffer like they do when they check your blood pressure, they popped it there, and then they ask you to make a fist. And then it was round about here where I've got my thing where they were like, yep, there's a vein there, so they undid it, they got all the apparatus ready. Then they put the arm thing back on, asked you to do a fist again, and then this is where they get the needle in. Now, the prick that they take to get your blood when they first test it is just sort of like a very quick stab. It's just like a really, really sharp stab. But the needle as it goes in, it's just sort of like a kind of a scratch, like it's like a sharp scratch. So it's kind of like an uncomfortable scratch, sort of like, oh, ow, but like not really so much of the ow, it's just sort of like, wow, that's really uncomfortable. But after that you don't feel it at all, because the needle is in your arm. They do put like they rub a sort of solution on before they put the needle in to obviously make it go in easier, I imagine. So yeah, so they put the needle in, and then after that they just encourage you to keep yourself moving, so move your arms, twist your ankles, and they say like, I don't know, like roll your body in a way, or like move your bum, like your buttocks and all that. And so I was just forever sort of like doing things like this with both my ankles and my hands. Got to a stage where the monitor beeped a bit, and they came over and they were just like, oh, try and tense your arm a bit. So obviously, like, because it was coming out of this arm, it sort of maybe slowed down a bit. You can't really see like what's going on with the monitor. But so I just started like cramping my hand, and she was like, oh, whatever you're doing, it's doing really good. So it's obviously like pushing and pumping the blood out and tensing the muscles to do that. So then she gave me something to put in my hand. It was like a bandage package or something. She said just squeeze around that so it doesn't like hurt your hand so much. So I was just doing that for probably about 3-4 more minutes, and then this other nurse came over and she was like, right, that's it now. So I'd obviously pumped out enough blood for them to use like a whole blood bag's worth, which is kind of gross when you think about it. When I see this, I saw this blood bag and like this dark blood, and I was just like, wow, it reminds me of Vampire Diaries. I don't know why. I think it's just because of like the blood bags that they drink. It's just weird to think that I pumped out that much. It probably took in total like 10 minutes for me to pump out that much. I think it's like a pint that you got to pump out. But weirdly enough, I didn't feel as weak as I thought that I did. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I kept my body moving. Maybe it's because I drank lots of water. I had a meal beforehand. I didn't feel queasy at all. So she obviously bandaged it up and popped it on there. She gave me a little booklet. She said I can't have any alcohol, can't have any like hot drinks straight after. I'm only allowed 2 cold drinks because it's my first time. So I was just like, that's fine by me. And they were like, there's biscuits over there, anything sweet, there's crisps, whatever you want. So she bandaged me up, and she took my details. She said that your details in a letter will come to you soon of what your blood group is going to be and anything like that, like especially if I have a special blood group, and probably just like my friend, of how many lives I probably saved with that bag of blood. So I got off the chair, and then I went over to the refreshment stand, had a few cups of like orange squash, and then I had a packet of custard cream biscuits, and then I had a club chocolate biscuit, and then I was done, and I said, you know what, Nan, I actually feel fine, I'll go home now. Came home and I had a cup of tea straight away. I did ask her, I said, is it okay if I can have a hot drink as soon as I get home? She said, yeah, it's just sort of like straight after, it's just you can't. So I was like, okay, and they can book your next appointment there straight away if you so desire, or you can do it yourself at home. I chose to do it like at myself at home. I think the next one that the guy said would be done at that hall is not until February, so I'm not sure if I want to wait until then. I mean, that's not too far away. We've got November, December, we've got January, and then so it's only 3 and a bit months, so I might do it then. Other than that, they've got them in different towns. They've got them in Salisbury, they've got one in Ringwood, I think, and they're in November. So I'm just going to see how I feel about it. If I'm feeling like, yes, you know, I want to save more lives, then I might decide to go and do it in Salisbury or Ringwood. They're just the next villages to me, but that would require me driving, because it's going to be probably at night that gets done. So it's, oh, you know what, it's such an amazing experience, and I'm so glad and grateful that I could actually do it, like that I could pump the blood. I was scared that I was going to be like the people that wouldn't be able to pump enough blood, but then I was just thinking back, actually just just like, you know what, whenever I'm on my monthly period, like the amount of blood that comes out, and I know it's like a gross way to think about it, and I'm sorry to be really graphic, but for having a heavy period, surely I pump out a pint then. So yeah, I knew that I'd be fine, and whenever I'm on my period I do tend to have like sweet things and a lot of water, and that when I'm on like during that week. So I am used to it, and I'm grateful that I was one of those people that could pump out an actual blood bag's worth. Like it just makes me really happy, and I'm glad that I did it. I really am. They say that you can't do any heavy lifting, nothing too strenuous, because it's like obviously it's going to involve your arm, and she even said like even things like washing up. And this morning I was about to do the washing up, and then I was like, I can't do it. Like she said, I can't do anything for like 24 hours because that's how long it takes for the blood to pump back into your system. I was just like, I feel so bad. I've just poured the hot water into the bowl. I can't do it. It's just, I even tried doing it with just one hand, and I can't do it, and I felt so bad. But luckily my nan's really lovely, and she just sort of accepted it as it was. So I mean, it's only for the day, and then like I can go back to doing it again, but it's crazy, and I kind of don't know why I was scared. Every time they will always test like if the questions are still the same, so they would still check, you know, if anything like sexual related, anything like drugs in your bloodstream, that sort of thing, and then they'll still like prick your blood, test it that it's still okay, and to do it. But you know, that never worries me, because I'm always safe with my body as it is. Like I'm kind of paranoid with things like that, so I've never ever let anything like that happen. And yeah, so I just wanted to say that is how they do it, that it's a great experience, that I just wanted to encourage you guys to do it. If you are afraid of needles, then you can do it like without that, because seriously, the prick of the finger, don't even look, like it's just like you're having like a quick blood test in the doctors. It was just like a little stab, done, and like you don't feel any pain after that. And you just like hold a sort of swab thing on it for like 5 minutes, because it's the tiniest slit ever. I mean, for me it's already healed up. It's just, it healed up yesterday. Like it's just like a tiny little, like as if you stabbed yourself with a drawing pin or something. Like that's just how sharp it was. And then with the needle, like I didn't even look at it. It was just like a scratch. And then after that, it's just like a scratch for 1 second. It's like scratch, and then you don't feel it after that. Even for the 10 minutes with my arm there, you don't feel it. And your chair is laid so far back that you're laying upwards that you can't see it. Like I wanted to actually look to be like, what does my arm look like? Just out of curiosity. What, like, I glanced down and I could see like my blood bag like swinging in a little bucket, but you can't really see a lot, because you're upwards and you're just relaxing, and it is so relaxing actually, just to be laying back, moving your arms and your ankles, and like rolling your body as much as you can, just to keep like the momentum going. And it was just really relaxing, and I honestly recommend it. It's not scary at all. I don't know what I was getting worried about. I was so nervous because it was my first time, but I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of doing it, and I'm really happy, and I want more people to do it. And maybe not a lot of people out there know about it, but like check in your own countries if you're from outside of the UK. Check. I'm pretty sure they do a very similar thing where you can give blood, where you can help people. There's people out there that struggle with things like blood. They need blood for operations, they need blood for certain things, and if you help somebody out, imagine what that could do to yourself. It can change your life, and it's already started to change mine, and I just want to tell more people about it and hopefully persuade more people to do it. And that's all I want. I'm sharing my experience for you guys, just to show that it's really not that bad after all. It's just a bandage. I take it off in a few hours time. It's absolutely nothing. My arm is perfectly fine. I probably could do work, but it's just the fact that like obviously they tell you to do it, so you've got to listen to them. But it's a great experience, and I just want to share with you guys, and it's such an amazing feeling. I'm definitely going to be doing it again, and I'm so super excited to find out what my blood group is. I've no idea what my blood group is or whatsoever. I don't know what I am, and I really want that letter. And I think the moment that letter comes in and tells me like how many lives I saved with my blood type, with that blood, I think that is what is going to make me want to do it again and again and again. And my nan was like, I've never done it before, but it seems like a really good thing to do. And even she seemed like really inspired by it, and she seemed like really proud that I did it. And you know, for somebody to sort of, at first she was a bit like, oh yeah, whatever, it's giving blood, to go from that to that, it's obviously a change of heart. And she could see the amount of people that were doing it. She saw it like for real, like what it's like, how easy it is, how inspiring it is, and you know, and how much of a difference it can make. And I'm proud of myself, and I'm proud of everybody else that gives blood as well. And I just want to thank my friend Sam, who inspired me to do it. She is the one person that did it. So thank you, Sam, for like making me and persuading me to do this. It's just such a great thing for me, and oh my god, it's amazing. I'm lost for words now. I don't really know what else I can say, guys, because that's just the whole experience, what it was like for me, and what it can do to you, and what it can do to others, and just how simple and easy it is, how it doesn't take long whatsoever. I think all in all, I think I was in the room when she took my blood sample for like 1 minute, and then 10 minutes taking my actual blood, and then 2 minutes afterwards. So let's just say probably 20 minutes in total the whole process takes, which is nothing. That's exactly the same as it was when I got my eyes lasered. It took about 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes as well. So, you know, it's crazy like how when you add it all up, you're like, I was only in there for like 20 minutes for the whole process of it all. And when you think 20 minutes out of that day for like every few months or whatever, if you want to give blood, that's just nothing. That's absolutely nothing. When you think that we pump this blood in our systems and our bodies every single day, like, we can spare 1 pint every now and then to save somebody's life. When you think about it like that, like, we're not being greedy, we are sharing it. We are all human, we are all like friends and family, we are all together in this world, and to help others, it's an amazing feeling, isn't it? And it doesn't cost a lot, really doesn't, it's free. I mean, the NHS, they do it all for you. You don't have to pay anything to do it, it's absolutely free, and it's just an amazing experience, very inspirational, and that's all I can say. So I'm really sorry for this long-winded video of like the process of how they do it and explaining it and trying to hopefully persuade you guys. Please let me know down in the comments if you have given blood, or if after watching this video you have decided, you know what, I'm going to look into doing that because I've seen that you've done it, Katie, and that it seems like a really good thing to do. Please do let me know if I have helped you, because I would like to know that this video is helping other people. But that's all really. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys. Keep smiling, keep reading, and be happy. And obviously all of you wonderful, awesome people, in my next video. Bye!